Leos, this is Joanna from Tarot with Joanna, here to do another reading. Hello, hello, hello. So, Leo, in today's reading, I'm going to give you two of the Denise Lynn Oracle cards, going to do your reading and then clarify it. So let us get started. All right, Leo, so let's see what's going on. Take what resonates with you, Leo, and leave the rest. This is going to be for Leo's spirit, for their highest good. All right, Leo. Oh, okay. One more card. Oh, okay. Wow. All right. My spirit guides are here today. Very, sending me messages here. All right, so I'm going to take all three of these. It says, Mystic Healer, healing energy flows through you and around you. Definitely. So, you know, you have the power to light up a room. You know, maybe you are a healer in all kinds of ways. You know, you're talking to people, giving them advice, just being there for them emotionally and physically. Wow, nice. I love that. You also have rainbow blessings. Blessings are showering in your life. Definitely. Abundance in all ways, shape, or form is coming in towards you. So it's nice. All kinds of blessings, you guys, coming in. Be positive. Think positive. Oh, my goodness. That's a beautiful card. All right, Leo. And then it says, stepping into power. You are strong beyond measure. Definitely. Definitely. Be the lion that you are. Roar here. Okay, so that is a beautiful card. Really, really step back into being the leader, stepping back into having your power, and don't let nobody take that away from you. Okay. Wow, that's beautiful. All right, so Leo, let's do this. All right, Leo, so let us get started on your reading. Take what resonates with you and leave the rest. I almost forgot what I was going to say. Okay, so let's do this. All right. Deep breath, Leo. All right, here we go. This is for Leo's spirit, for their highest good. One card for the current for Leo. One for this situation. One for the past. One for what's hidden. One for the hopes and fears. Wow. Powerful, powerful, powerful cards so far. My goodness. One for what you need to do now. What you need to work on. Wow. And the outcome. All right. So, hold on, you guys. Let me just check the messages. Sorry, guys. My son is out of state, and so is my son is out of the country, and my daughter is out of state. So, I'm kind of just making sure the messages are coming through. Just need my phone on. Sorry, you guys. All right, so let's begin. So you do have the High Priestess. You start off with the High Priestess. She's asking you to really use your intuition. I feel like you are using your intuition at times, but I feel like you're not using it fully. The High Priestess is about your inner power, stepping back into being that leader, you know, knowing that you are, you know, that you can trust your intuition, that inner power inside you. That's what the High Priestess is. Like, you already know how powerful, how to use this intuitive gift that you have. Okay, so access it. Access your power. Trust your intuition. Use it. Whether you're male or female, you definitely have that gift. You do have the Lovers card here. The Lovers is talking about there could be some kind of decision that you're needing to make, or you know, maybe better communication. I feel like you have a romance going on, or an attraction here. I also feel like I feel like you need to trust the process and everything that's going on in your life. You do have the Nine of Wands. I feel like for the past, and I feel like you're very overwhelmed with everything, but I feel like you're okay because this is in the past. So, you know, I feel like, you know, no matter what, even though you're tired or you're hurt, you continue to keep going. You know, you don't give up, which is very nice. You do have the Empress. The Empress is talking about, you know, taking care of yourself, nurturing yourself. You know, you're very loving. You're very creative. You know, you have a lot of love to give, and you give to the people that are around you. And you know, you're just trying to be there for everyone. I feel like there is some kind of abundance coming in for you. Um, I also feel like you really need to start taking care of yourself, like really start nurturing yourself, loving yourself, nurturing yourself, whatever it is you want to call it, just take care of yourself. You have the Queen of Swords down here. The Queen of Swords, she's very blunt. You look at her, she's very stern. She doesn't let anybody take her power away from her. She tells it like it is. She's very blunt. She speaks her truth. She has communication. She has clarity. She's not afraid to be herself, and that's you. Leo, you also have the Eight of Cups here for what you need to work on. The Eight of Cups is talking about, maybe you're leaving something behind. You could also be going in on a spiritual journey for some of you guys, which is, this is why I say, a lot of people don't believe this, but if you've come across some tarot readings and you're looking into it, that is how it begins, you guys. That is how it begins. For a long time, I would look at tarot readings and I would be looking at everything, about spirituality. And I was like, man, this sounds familiar. Why is it that I'm so attracted to it, And then all of a sudden it was just like, oh, I know exactly what it is, and I started like, oh, I was so afraid to do this channel, because I didn't know how it was going to happen, but I took that step and I did. But with the Eight of Cups, they're asking you to just move on physically, emotionally, take the higher road, you guys. Okay. You could also be going through the spiritual journey, like I said. Okay. And I talk too much, so that's another thing too. I need to stop talking. You have the Moon here. The Moon is for the what you need to work on, and you need to start seeing things more clearly. You really do. Maybe you just don't know what's in store for the future. Maybe you're just not seeing everything that you need to see. And that's a given, because right now we're in a full moon. So, wow. Okay. So we also have the Temperance card here. For the outcome. The Temperance card is saying that you need to try to keep everything balanced. You are very divinely guided. God does watch over you. His angels are around you. People that have passed, that are definitely guiding you. So, wow, that's nice. Try to keep everything, have patience for everything. Try to keep everything balanced, So let's get started with your reading, Leo. Let's see what it's about. Take what resonates with you and leave the rest. Okay, here we go. Okay. All right, here we go. Just for Leo Spirit Guides. Why is the High Priestess here for Leo? Wow. You just came into your own reading. Okay, so you have the Strength card. It popped up here. You have the Strength card, and you have the the Three of Pentacles. The Strength card and the High Priestess together, I feel like you need to really start using your intuition, okay? Use your intuition, you guys. You have a very intuitive gift here for to use. But they're asking you, like, really move forward. Try to move forward from the past. Like, find your strength, your confidence, your courage to move away from the past, okay? Because you don't want to be in there no more. You just want to leave it behind and go forward. They're asking you to take it as a learning process. Like, learn from the past. Learn from it and just move forward. They're asking you to have self-control. Have self-control over things. Really don't be out there and be mean, or you can be mean, Leo, at times, but you can also be very nice and loving, but when they get you mad is when you be like, whoa, but really have self-control, okay? Especially when you're buying things and using your finances, really have a lot of self-control. I feel like that's what you need. That's what they're saying to me. You also have the Three of Pentacles here. The Three of Pentacles is asking you to try to create something. I feel like you're being recognized for all the hard work, that you do. You know how to work with others. You know how to create. They want you to create something rather. There is partnerships here. They're saying that you have a lot of support around you. You have a lot of support from your friends and family also. But wow, I also feel like you need to find your patience and really try to reach those goals that you're trying to do. Okay. You have the Lover's card here. And why is the Lover's card here for Leo Wilma card? Wow. Wow, okay. So you have the Two of Wands. You have the King of Swords here also. So with the Two of Wands, I do feel like you're trying to make some kind of plans. You start off with the Lover's card, and like I said, the Lover's card could be about like, making a decision, attract some kind of attraction that you have, or just a romance that you have with somebody else. I also feel like you need to trust the process and everything and communicate better. But you need to also be more focused. You have the King of Swords here, and the King of Swords is talking about him being very focused, knowing what to do, being bold, standing in your power, standing in, doing what you need to do to initiate what you want. Like, what is it that you want? Speak your mind. It's time to start speaking your mind. It's time to say, hey, what if we did this, or what if we did that? What if we, it's really have better communication is what they're trying to say. Okay. And focus on this. If you're with a significant other, really focus on that relationship. Really speak your mind about what you're thinking about, what you want to do, because that oftentimes you don't speak the truth, and you need to. And then you have the Two of Wands here. You are definitely trying to make some kind of plans. You need patience. You really need to be calm about things, okay, when they don't go your way, because I feel like you just need to find that patience. There is some kind of decision that you are also contemplating about. And then you have the Nine of Wands. Maybe in the past you were feeling very overwhelmed, very tired and hurt, and you felt like you just can't possibly be going forward, but you did, and you're achieving that. Okay, so just know that. It's in the past, so let's leave it in the past. We're going to the Empress card here. Why is the Empress here for Leo? One more card. Wow. Okay. So you do have the Queen of Wands and the Empress card. Like I said, the Empress is talking about, she's talking about, taking care of yourself, nurturing yourself, loving yourself. Okay. There's abundance here. There is definitely a lot of abundance here. But you really need to start taking care of yourself more. You do have the Five of Pentacles also with the Queen of Wands. And there are times when you do feel down, by yourself. You feel like you're isolated, feeling down. I feel like at times, you could also feel like you're not going to have enough money for this or for that, and I also feel like, and you could be upset about it. There are times that gets you angry that, oh, I got to go do this, I got to do that, and I feel like it's temporary. Like, there is abundance coming in, but I feel like you just need to be calm and have patience. Okay. Because you are feeling hurt. For some of you guys, you're feeling hurt and isolated, like down. And I feel like it's just temporary. You're not going to be feeling like that all the time. Okay. They want you to rise back up and be the leader that you are. Step into your power, you guys. This is where this card comes in. Step back into your power. That's the way you are, because there are blessings coming in for you. There is abundance coming in, but you just need to have that patience, but really have that zest for life also. Don't let anybody dim your light. Don't let anybody take away that light from you, make you feel like, oh, well, you don't deserve this or you don't deserve that. You do, be assertive, don't let nobody take that light from you. I also feel like you need to not care so much about what people think also, okay? The black cat, it's there, and it's like, you need to be yourself, and love what you do. It doesn't matter what anyone thinks. It doesn't matter what anybody says, love yourself and the way you are. I do feel like there is definitely, you need that zest for life, and you really need to just continue like that. You know, don't give up, because this lady right here, she holds a sunflower, and the sunflower, they only grow by the sun, right? The sun, they follow the sun. If you didn't know that, they do. They follow the sun that way, and they're so happy. They're always so, you know, upright. They love the sun, and it's because they love that light, and that's you. Okay, so don't let nobody dim your light. You'll have the Queen of Swords down here. And why is the Queen of Swords here for Leo? One more card. Thank you, Spirit. All right, so you do have the Temperance card here twice, so really know that, okay? With the Temperance card here and the Queen of Swords, you really need to be stand up for yourself. Don't let nobody, you know, bring you down, okay? Really stand up for yourself. Speak your truth when you need to. Also, I feel like you're trying to balance everything, you know, trying to do everything all at once, but you need patience, okay? You are very divinely guided also. But you also have the Devil card here. Be strong-willed, okay? Try not to go back to these old patterns that you carry. I feel like sometimes you feel like I feel like sometimes you go back to these old patterns and you don't need that, okay? Try to take control of the situations that you're in. You know, whether it's the patterns or the habits, you know, try to leave those habits behind, okay? Remember, you're like the Queen of Swords. She's very blunt. She's very honest with herself. She knows how to do things. You have not only this card, you have the Empress card. My goodness, you have beautiful cards here. Okay, so really, really leave those old patterns behind. And you are very divinely guided if you didn't know. Hold on, you guys. Let me see this. Oh, my goodness. What's going on here? Oh, okay, and then you have the Eight of Cups. And why is the Eight of Cups here for Leo? Wow, you got the Moon card here twice. All right, so, you know, you have the Eight of Cups here. Definitely leaving something behind, okay? I feel like you're also going through the spiritual journey, looking for answers. But I feel like you're not really seeing things clearly. You know, you're not really seeing the future clearly. And you really need to take the time to go within, okay? Really do that. But you are definitely leaving something behind. You're on this new path. You're on a different journey. Also with the King of Cups, I feel like you know how to handle things. Even though you don't see the future, you don't see what's in front of you, you know, you still know how to handle yourself. You still know how to do things, okay? And remember that. You have the Moon card here. And why is the Moon card here and what you need to work on? One more card. Wow. Wow. Okay. So with the Moon card here, like I said, you know, you're very uncertain about things, you know, not really seeing things clearly. But you need to start taking control of things, okay? Like your finances and how you're doing things. You need to take control of situations, you know, step back into your power, be the leader that you are, okay? Find your strength and your courage and your confidence. There is traveling here. I feel like you are definitely going to have a lot of success. Even though you feel like you're not, you will have a lot of success. There is abundance here. But there's financial opportunities here also, but watch your finances, okay? Really watch your finances. I feel like there's a lot of creative, inspired ideas also around you. I feel like there's a lot of opportunities. So be ready, okay? New opportunities are coming in. You're going to start new projects, and then there is a new beginning here. And then you have the Temperance card. And why is the Temperance card here? One more card. Wow. All right, so you have the Temperance card here, and then you have the Eight of Cups again. So, wow, that's crazy. And then you have the Ten of Wands. You're definitely leaving all this being overwhelmed. You're going to start setting boundaries, which is really good. You're going to find your patience. You know, you're going to find your patience. You're going to try to be balanced in all areas of your life. So it's good. Really try to get away from those old patterns. Okay, try your best to leave those old patterns behind. And I feel like if you're not, you know, setting boundaries, really start setting boundaries, because you need to. You don't want to be overwhelmed with everything, but I feel like you are. I feel like you are setting some kind of boundaries, and I feel like you're finding your patience and your courage, because you definitely have the Eight of Cups here, and that's telling me that you're leaving something behind. You don't want to have this chaos anymore. You just want peace in your life, and you just want to enjoy life. And you're going in a new direction. Beautiful. All right, Leo. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you next time. God bless.